Let's talk about enmeshment trauma. What this is you are not allowed to have a separate sense of self. In a dysfunctional family home, when you have a truth that is separate from the rest of the dysfunctional family, there is going to be a resistance to that. You basically, in order to survive, had to learn to attune to the people around you and thus lost your sense of self by being in relationship with them. Now, people who struggle with enmeshment trauma have really poor boundaries in relationships. And it can actually be quite terrifying because when you're around people, you lose yourself. And so it literally feels like you are bleeding out into them or like you're being consumed by them. But the reality is that you're still a physical human being who has a need for connection. So you will probably feel yourself torn between this need for people and yet this fear that when you get close to them, they're either going to abandon you, reject you, or completely smother you. Healing enmeshment trauma is about healing the disorganization within your own attachment style. So it's working with the aspect of you that really desperately needs boundaries and wants to be able to have a solid sense of self, and the aspect of you that is so desperate for closeness that in the past it's been willing to abandon yourself to get that closeness. So for you, restoring safety in relationships is about restoring the solidness of this is me as an individual being, and then being able to open up and get curious about the other person and their experience without losing yourself. And when I say it's a practice, I mean it's a constant practice.